Dear students, today also we are going to see lesson 8. Answer the following. Fifth question. Distinguish between relational and logical operators. For that answer, the relational operators are used to compare two values. These operators always return either true or false according to the condition. Example, x is equal to 20, y is equal to 40. Here, we are checking the condition x less than y will return true. And this less than is the relational operator. Next, logical operators. It is used to compare more than one relational expression and they return either true or false according to the condition. Here also example x, y and z. Here you see two conditions we are checking. First y greater than x and y greater than z. Here these two will return. These two conditions will return true value because one condition is true and this parallel symbol given, two lines given, you see this is the logical operator. This represents, what is the name of this symbol, logical operator? Can you able to remember? Whether this is AND or not. What is the symbol? This is OR symbol. Ampersand symbol. Two ampersand symbols are used for AND operation. This symbol is for OR operation. And exclamation like symbol is for NOT operation. These three are the logical operators. And this is the way how to check the logical condition and also the relational expression. Okay, next is sixth question. Write the difference between if statement and the if else statement. The answer, the if statement, if the expression in the parenthesis evaluates to the boolean true, statement executed. If the expression evaluates to false, statement is skipped and execution continues at the statement following the if statement. And if else, the statement following the if expression is executed only if the expression evaluates to true. The statement following the else is executed only when the if expression evaluates to false. Can you able to understand? Here there is a difference between if statement and else statement. If the expression is true, then the set of statements will be executed. Otherwise, it will skip the statement and execute the next statement after the if statement. In the if else statement, if the expression is true means the continuation of all the statement will be executed. Otherwise, the else after that statements will be executed. Okay. Next we come to the application based question. Swati wants to declare an integer variable. Which data type should she use? For that answer, she should use int data type. Second one, Rohan wants to wants the reminder on the division of two integer. Which operator should he use? For the reminder, you have to use the percentage symbol like operator. Okay, he should use percentage operator. And actually, it will not give you the percentage value. It gives you the reminder in a given division. Example 20, the symbol 4 gives 0 and 13 division 4 gives 1. Okay. Next, activity zone. Here 10 meaningful words from the lesson. You have to find and mark this. Okay. You do the activity zone by yourself and check the answer. 10 words you have to find from the activity zone. Next one, lesson 9, programming in Scratch. In this lesson, we are going to see work with multiple sprites, different blocks, and also forever and forever if. These three only we are going to see, and also two project 1 and project 2. The steps how to do that in Scratch. In the last year, that is in 7th standard, you studied about the basics of Scratch. Once again, I want to recall that is Scratch is a visual programming language for free of cost and it is used by the scholars, teachers, students and parents. For what purpose? To create games and provide stepping stone to the more advanced world of computer programming. Here very important object is sprite, and which performs various functions in the Scratch project. The sprite is created, that is user created, loaded or found in the sprite library. Next, we are going to see various blocks in the Scratch programming. First one, motion block. From the name itself we can understand, motion means moves the sprites and changes the angle of the movement in the x-axis and y-axis direction. And next one, looks block. It changes. Looks means changing the appearance of the sprite and background of the stage. The user can attach a speech, change the visuals of sprite, grow and shrink the size of the sprite. Next, pen. Pen means it draws on the portrait using the pen color, width and shade. Next, control block. Control block means it contains programming statements like forever, repeat and stop to move the sprite according to the specified condition. So, forever, repeat and stop. Three things you can see in this control block. First one, sound block. From the name itself we can see that it plays audio file under some condition. Next, forever block. It is also a control block where the code inside this block will be executed in a loop, except the loop never ends until the stop sign is clicked. So, for this forever block, the loops will be executed again and again. If you click the stop sign, then only it will quit from that. Next, forever if block. In this forever if block, it will check for its boolean condition. The block of code will execute until the condition is true and script continues. But if the condition is false, execution of the script will not take place until the condition becomes true again. Now we pass on to the project 1, creating an aquarium. For this points given, first point, you click on the choose backdrop from library button. The backdrop library window appears. Second point, from that you select nature category under water 3 backdrop and click OK button. The background of the stage will be changed. Select the thumbnail of cat sprite. Right click on it and select delete option to move the sprite. The sprite will be removed. Just you see the figure. Okay, figure 9.8, new background of the stage and sprite deleted. In the 9.7 figure, you can select backdrop from the library. Next, fourth point, you choose the sprite from the library button to insert a new sprite. The sprite library window appears. Here you select the animal category, fish 3 sprite and click OK button. In the same manner, insert some more sprite like shark, octopus and crab. Next, sixth point, you drag the sprites to the desired position. Seventh, you click the grow or shrink button and then the particular sprite to increase or decrease its size. Next, what you have to do? You move the fish 3, click the thumbnail of fish 3 sprite and drag the block to write the code in the sprites area. This is optional, I already told you. Next, click on the duplicate tool. Next, you click the shark. Okay. Similarly, you can copy the script on the rest of the sprites and check by clicking on each. Next, to add the sound, just you select the sound tab and there you choose the sound from the library button. The library window appears. From that you select anyone and click OK. And next, bubbles sound appears in the sound area. Then thumbnail of the stage and then click the sprites tab. Here you can write the following script to play the sound. 15th point, the aquarium project is ready to execute. Click on the green flag to play the animation. Is it clear?